Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Matthew Todd from the School of Chemistry, and I was going to tell you today about a project that we're running called Open Source Malaria, which is a research project funded by the ARC, which is trying to do drug discovery in a different way. The project's rules are listed. The idea being that we open up the process of drug discovery totally, so that anybody can participate at any point, rather than just at the end, at any point throughout. And that there are no patents, which is the distinguishing feature, I think, of this project versus pretty much any other drug discovery project in the world. So everything happens online, and we involve other people around the world, also making molecules and evaluating those molecules. And all the discussion happens openly. So it's pretty much standard medicinal chemistry, except that it lacks these barriers that you put up because of secrecy that you need for patents. So the tools, though, the platform that we built up for this malaria project have been many and various, actually. We've had to develop quite a few new things to get this to work. The primary resource that we've used is an open electronic lab notebook. So rather than writing what we've done on pieces of paper in a book, like Leonardo did, we put it electronically, so all the information is electronic. And additionally, everything's on the internet. And additionally, you can read it without signing in. Also, things like data management. There are existing tools that are very good for managing data for research projects that you don't have to develop yourself. It's easy to publish papers based on this kind of work. A lot of open access journals will accept papers based on research that has already appeared in the public domain. Various alert mechanisms. So we have regular meetings using Adobe Connect. Those are recorded and dumped on YouTube with minutes so that people can see what we're about to do in the next couple of months. The landing page. And the main one that we've just developed is a way of managing who is doing what. There's lots of people contributing, and you have to be sure who is doing what, who has the responsibility for certain tasks. And to make people avoid using email, which is the worst technology for something which is meant to be open source. So as an example of what this allows, in my lab we were unsuccessful at making a certain molecule that we needed to make this thing over here on the right. We were unsuccessful in making that, or being rather slow in making it. And a student in Edinburgh who's pictured saw that we were having this difficulty, and so just went into his lab and started making it without permission. He didn't need permission. And posting all his data to the lab book, and then made it successfully. And one day I woke up and there was this tweet with him holding this little bag and the samples were inside, and he was sending those off to get made. On the left, there was a recent cohort of about 50 undergraduate students from a university in the US who made molecules as part of an undergraduate lab class. And they went through 4 steps of synthesis, made like 6 new compounds. And those are being evaluated in the US. We really want to push that as a way of having undergraduates do real science as part of their lab classes and make new molecules that have never existed on the Earth before, which might help cure malaria.